This is the new champion if your main concern in a luxury vehicle is pure refinement. The EQS combines cutting-edge performance with classic Merc luxury. Before we continue on to our topic, hit that subscribe button if you're new to our channel. It nearly gave me whiplash to drive the new Mercedes-Benz EQS, which is essentially the electrified version of the manufacturer's renowned S-Class. Not because the EQS is a difficult car to drive, it handles well, but rather because Mercedes' newest high-end electric vehicle is so drastically different from the current generation of battery-powered cars. Mercedes is not interested in designing simple electric vehicles. For those who would like to be reminded of a completely cleared black-wash Bauhaus living room, as a German journalist once aptly described Elon Musk's mass-market electric vehicle, the stark, buttonless interiors of the Tesla Model 3 are excellent. Mercedes is bidding adieu to the concept of lightly equipped electric vehicle interiors with the EQS. The biggest screen, greatest range, so far, most features, an astonishingly high number of physical touchpoints, the softest headrests, and so on are all present in this device. It's a Mercedes electric custom at last. Until now, the corporation that created the automobile has been reluctant to embrace electric vehicles. A feeling of, well, if we have to. Because of this, the Mercedes foundations seen in the EQA, EQB, EQC crossovers, and EQV van have been upgraded with more batteries. They are therefore heavier and more confined than a completely built EV. That's what the brand new EQS is. Though not an electric S-Class, this luxurious saloon is S-Class in size and sits atop a brand new chassis, large enough to house a giant 107.8 kilowatt-hours battery within its enormous wheelbase. It is a 5-meter-long jab at all the EV novices. Mercedes has thrown everything at this flagship, signaling that it is ready for the new era. Rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, and a stated range of up to 484 miles are available. And that's only the top of a glacier ingenuity rather than so much a technological iceberg. We've driven the EQS 450 Plus, a low-end hot hatch with 0-62 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds and 130 miles per hour flat out. It starts the range with a single 325 horsepower rear powertrain. Above this is the EQS 584 Matic, which reduces range to 420 miles due to its twin motors but speeds up the 0-62 miles per hour sprint by over 2 seconds. Later, a 700-plus horsepower AMG EQS will show up to compete with the supercar embarrassing Porsche Panamera turbos and Tesla Model S Plaid. Tires, fear not. The EQS offers exceptional high-speed stability and the maneuverability of an A-Class thanks to its 10 degrees of rear-wheel steering. It is equipped with air suspension that can record bumps and communicate its location to other Mercedes vehicles in the area, allowing teammates to adjust their suspension and cushion potholes in time. Its cabin has noise-canceling technology for isolation. Its unconventional cab-forward design makes it evident that this is the slipperiest production car in the world, with an aerodynamic drag coefficient comparable to that of a grease-proof paper aircraft. Oh, and to save you the trouble, the doors automatically open and close. What about once you're inside? After that, you're in a world of luxurious leather, elegantly raw wood, and if you've selected the optional 55-inch hyperscreen panel, one of the most astounding car interfaces ever created. It's a real-life concept automobile. The most iconic aspect of the EQS is its triplet of digital displays hidden behind a single glass view. It's also a statement of intent from one of the car industry's old guards, indicating that the company isn't scared to take on rivals like Tesla when it comes to ambitious minimalist design. Although the EQS can handle rates of up to 200 kilowatts, it's not the fastest. The Tesla family, the Porsche Taycan, and the Audi e-tron GT are all faster. Nevertheless, the EQS can refuel from 10% to 80% in just 30 minutes with a 350 kilowatts rapid charger, or 2 hours with a more typical 50 kilowatts charging station. You may access several charge providers with a single card by enrolling in Mercedes Charge, so you won't have to carry around a smartphone full of different apps and worry about forgetting your password when you need a pit stop. A luxurious electric car is only as comfortable to drive in the 21st century as its charging process. Now let's talk about the verdict. We expected the EQS to be a technical tour de force, but what's gratifying about this R&D budget-swallowing flagship is that it has all the charm of a traditional luxury car, is what is satisfying about the EQS. We pondered if an electrified limousine could ever outperform its V8 and V12 predecessors as an appliance. However, it's not. The EQS incorporates all the benefits that electric vehicles, EVs, provide, such as peace, effortless performance, smoothness, and intelligent body packaging, with the knowledge Mercedes has gained by producing elegant, high-end vehicles over several decades. It's a magnificent car with meticulous attention to detail that is great for covering distances in either driving or being driven. What could pierce the bliss? It's possible that the touch-sensitive steering wheel controls and hyperscreen will turn off less tech-savvy people, maybe on purpose. Additionally, you can reduce the stated range by 100 miles if you drive it with the same reckless abandon as a standard S-Class. People don't pay £100,000 for 3-star deluxe and then put on gloves and a scarf to avoid turning on the heating. So this isn't a machine to hypermile in. However, none of the EVs or the EQS are without those shortcomings. Furthermore, they don't detract from the enjoyment of one of the most comprehensive EVs that a significant sum of money can get. The EQS' most noteworthy impact may be that demonstrated Mercedes is now taking electric vehicles, EVs, seriously, with plans to produce a fleet of battery-powered models that would match its engine-powered range by 2025. This shows that even the established players can confront the challenges posed by EV startups. Bring on the more affordable, smaller EQD. Let the AMGs begin. Let the fight begin. Here's a brief explanation of why EVs are so obviously more luxurious than gas-powered vehicles. Quieter. Possibly the most noticeable and straightforward distinction is that the electric drivetrain is nearly silent even when applying full force to the accelerator. ICE motors are not only quite noisy, but they also need a large amount of air intake, which increases noise levels. Without the need for a large air intake, EVs can be far more aerodynamic and produce less road noise. The gears are terrible. Not only are they inefficient and noisy at high RPMs, but they also cause the driver and passenger to feel dizzy. It is not a modern-day definition of luxury. Gradual quickening. Acceleration. Was acceleration mentioned? Almost all internal combustion engine vehicles cannot accelerate off the starting line as quickly and easily as an EV can. However, it is also capable of the crucial 50 miles per hour to 70 miles per hour passing. You know what isn't a luxury? Being unable to pass a semi-truck swiftly. Deceleration. EVs primarily rely on the energy's seamless regeneration back into the battery as opposed to slamming on those big disc brakes and spewing brake dust for everyone to breathe in. More spacious. The remainder of the automobile has more room because of the electric drivetrain, which is primarily between the wheels and the skateboard in between them. Driveshaft tunnels are not required. Vibration. Since electric motors don't explode, they vibrate less. Better yet, there are fewer moving components, which also means there are fewer things to hum and rattle. Easier to unwind. CO2 and pollution. If your MAGA great uncle is right, EVs simply transfer pollutants to the plant. However, even if that were the true, it would still be much cleaner than ejecting exhaust. Naturally, it isn't, and the grid is becoming greener by the day. Scent. No one ever stated, "I love the smell of exhaust in the morning." Taking the ICE car out of the garage leaves the snow with a noticeable discoloration and an odor. Is that considered a luxury? Garages. It's true that you may charge your electric vehicle in the garage and then open the door to enter the warm vehicle. That is kind of lovely in the wintertime. It is literally suicidal to drive an ICE car. You can begin to treat your garage more like an interior room of your home once there is no combustion. Perhaps install some windows and curtains there, a carpet. That is a luxurious situation. Gas stations. There's nothing less luxurious than stopping at a gas station. It indicates that you are pumping a carcinogen and touching a handle that smells like gasoline if you're not in New Jersey or sections of Oregon. It's likely that there's gas on the ground where you are standing, and there's an odor. Share your opinions with us in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for further updates.